Welcome back to Sidewalks Entertainment. In 1999, our show had the opportunity to interview actress Teri Garr. At the time of the interview, Teri was promoting the 25th anniversary re-release of Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein. Here now is host Cindy Rhodes in a phone interview as we remember the late Teri Garr.
Teri, it's so great to have you with us on Sidewalks.
It's nice to be here.
How did you get your start as an actor?
Actually, the Young Frankenstein was the first big movie that I did, and it sort of put me on the map and made me be to be in a hit movie that you had your name on the title and stuff like that. I mean, on the poster.
Exactly.
It got my foot in the door a lot, but I had been working and acting for years before this, and I was a dancer. And I was working on the Sonny and Cher show when I got this part, although I had done one other part in a movie for Francis Coppola called The Conversation with Gene Hackman. And I don't know, I just, like everybody else, I pounded the pavements, the sidewalks, as you would say.
There you go.
And studied acting and did a lot of plays. And
so you've always wanted to be an actor then? I mean, besides being a dancer, trying to coordinate the two, I guess?
I think when I was a kid, I wanted to be a ballerina. In fact, I used to be in a ballet company from San Francisco. It was a little company called Ballet Celeste, and I was about 14. I was up there and lived on Pacific Avenue.
Sure, sure.
And was in this ballet company. But I sort of, when I grew older and I started working in movies, I saw that the people that could talk and speak got to, be in the front. I thought, well, how come I can't be like that? So I slowly said, well, maybe you better learn how to act, too. So it was a slow evolving.
Right. You've gotten to play so many different characters over the course of your career. Is there one that stands out to you?
No, they all do. I loved being in Tootsie, and a lot of the movies that I have been in have been a reflection, kind of a chronicle of the time zones, because of I did this movie, the movie Mr. Mom,
of course,
which was right when it was women were starting to turn around and have careers, and men would stay home. Right. I mean, it's not a new idea anymore because now it's very common that either the mother works or the father works or both.
Right.
And so that was that, and that was about the conflicts of that. And even Tootsie was about a woman, a girl. I mean, the part I played in Tootsie was about a girl that couldn't decide whether to have a career or to settle down or something like that, and
sure.
It had to be two separate things. And
right. Well, I really have to say that I loved you as Inga in Young Frankenstein, and which is actually what we're talking about today. That was 25 and 1/2 years ago, exactly.
I can't even believe that.
Now, Mel Brooks, he produced this, didn't he?
No, I don't think he... Well, he was partly a producer. There was a man named Michael Greskoff who was a producer, but he directed it, and he wrote it with Gene Wilder. Actually, Gene Wilder wrote the original script, and Mel kind of added to it.
What were they like to work with? I bet they both are just amazing people.
Well, it was a very interesting thing because Gene was more of a serious, straight, conservative type person, very puritanical in a way, and Mel is just pie in the face, flatulence, whatever he can do. And so the two of them together made it be very, we were always laughing, though.
Right. Well, the re-release of this film, I think, is not surprising because I think that it still translates to the present day. The humor hasn't seemed to change,
right.
Why do you suppose that is?
Well, I think because the subject was taken seriously. I think Gene Wilder was definitely, he said, this movie is about a man creating life. And, people have tried to do this in a lot of movies, and it's a universal theme, I think, and that's what he went with. Even though it was funny and there was a lot of funny stuff in it, he wanted to be it's a dream of a man, of us, of human beings, to try to create something that could live forever. Because if we could create life that lives forever, we wouldn't have to die. So I know I'm going way out on left field with this, but I think subliminally that's kind of what it's about.
Right. I'd have to agree.
All right, good. Thank you.
We were so excited about having you on Sidewalks that we actually put it out on our website and advertised to our Sidewalks viewers to write us in with their questions. So I actually had some people respond back and wondered if you could answer a question or two from them.
Okay, fine.
Sandy from Point Richmond wanted to know what your favorite film role has been so far and why.
My favorite film role, let's see. Well, I can't answer that. They're all my favorites. And weirdly enough, once I do them, I kind of forget about them. But I loved doing Young Frankenstein because I laughed so much. And, it was a pretty, common joke, and it was like the vaudeville burlesque woman.
Right.
It comes in and has the big boobs, and they do the jokes about, oh, nice, you got the, oh. But I don't care. I liked it. It was funny, and I had a good time being that.
Donna from Hercules wanted to know how you feel about playing a mother figure on Friends and what the Friends cast was like, and will you make any more guest appearances?
Oh, I hope that I do. And the Friends cast was wonderful. I love doing that show. I love Lisa Kudrow, is very smart and funny, and we couldn't see why we were chosen to be mother and daughter at all, especially since, I'm her own age. No, I can't believe it either. I'm playing not only mothers, but grandmothers now. And I just go, all right, I'm not acknowledging this. I'm not even going to even think about it.
There you go.
But a part is a part, and then...
Well, as we close, I just wondered if you could give us some career advice.
Career advice? Well... You never know what's going to happen, so keep trying.
Well, I think that's fair to say. Teri, thanks so much for being with us. It was really a pleasure to have you on Sidewalks.
Okay, thanks, Cindy. Bye.
Thank you.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit us at sidewalkstv.com, our YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on social media.